as I was saying before, as I was saying early in the stream, I try to actually look into different things and um different people to respond to, different. I don't want to just go after the big guys. Like I can always go after Temple. I can always go after bigger channels, and it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, but a lot of times with these videos I get spoiled with because I'm usually watching like left tube shit like that or bread tube, and I try to find different channels where I can actually respond to shit they're saying. Sometimes you guys help me out with the suggestions. Sometimes the YouTube algorithm, which fuck. Anyway, this is one of the persons that I actually saw through a YouTube algorithm. Now, I did actually watch one of their videos, and one of their videos that they had it wasn't exactly something where I thought would make good content, something I can respond to. But just because let's just say one of those red pill people, or well, one of these red people, they make something that's less controversial or try to appeal to not just the women hating man, but actually appeal to something. Like, yeah, you can actually see it, but like some of the things that he was saying in this video tended to believe that, yeah, he may be one of those red pill assholes. So I watched other content, and so this is mediocre tutorials and reviews. And let's just actually listen to this. How your mother made you a soft simp. Okay, so let's watch this.
Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, back in here with one more video. All right, guys, time to get active, time to get in there. Shout out to Sharif Ali. That's the title, the YouTube channel that we're about to go over here today. He uploaded a video called How Mothers Emasculate Their Sons. I have not seen this video. This was sent to me on my Instagram at Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. It's long, but you know how to spell. If you don't, link down in the description box down below.
Okay, so overacting here all the time, overacting. Fuck overacting. But like, yeah, this shit isn't even too much for me. But let's continue.
All right, enough of the intro. Without further ado.
Hey everybody, Sharif Ali II here, Mr. Aim for I Am.
Okay, so yeah, we're doing a video reply of a video review. Okay, I know, Inception, but let's go.
And if you are a first-time visitor, thanks for joining me. And if you are a continual visitor, that means you're part of the family. So thanks for coming to another video. Listen, I have a story for you. So the other day, I took my son to the playground, and he was playing on this contraption that went round and round and round, right? You push it, and it spins the children.
Merry-go-round. Okay, I'm being pathetic.
So there.
Just real quick, I didn't have a couple of near-death experiences as a child on that contraption. You know, it's interesting when you grow up and you start to look at things a little bit different. Is the playground back in the 80s? Like, I don't know if they just lacked government regulation and safety requirements. I understand what it is, but them things, like looking at them right now, like it was a couple of things that I almost died on. You know what I'm saying? But let's move on.
About 5 or 6 children that were on. They're going. And then this one boy who could be no more than 10 years old stood up and said, "Stop! I want everyone to get off so we can all push. We have to learn how to push as a team so we can see how fast we can go." These were his words exactly.
A little leader.
So
he made the comment a little later. Fuck. Okay. First of all, great, fucking great. You actually want to see like curiosity in children, but like, what's the point of this story, dog? What's the point of making this story? Let's go.
The children get off, they're pushing, and then this girl, she gets knocked over. Well, the mother comes over, and she says to the girl, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Yes, mom." So then she looks at the boy. Now the boy is her son, so that means they're siblings. She looks at the boy and says, "You knocked your sister over." And he said, "No, mom, I didn't knock her over." She said, "Yes, you did. I saw you knock her over." And he says, "No, mom, I really believe she fell." She says to him, you know what? You're very bossy. The other children, they don't want to listen to what you're saying. They probably want to play their own way, but you're directing everybody on what to do. You need to go on timeout because you're being too bossy and you're backflipping your mother, and I'm not going to stand for that, right? So he goes away and he's on timeout for probably 5 minutes or so, and then he comes back and plays again. But that spoke to me, and I thought,
Wait. Kids were playing. One says, "Hey, let's do it my fucking way." Like, if you ever remember the cartoon Recess, like, "Hey, let's do it my way." The girl falls. The mother comes over and says, "Hey, yo, I saw what you did." "Well, no, mom, I didn't do it." "Dude, I'm looking at you. You're being controlling. I'm watching you. Go sit down somewhere for a few minutes." And that alerts you. Why? Why does that alert you? Like, what possible reason could you have for that being a fucking issue? Let's continue.
I wonder how many men have been put on timeout because the women that they love didn't like how they were exercising their masculinity.
Wait, what? Oh God, I'm being congested, but wait, what? How do you equate an incident in a park with women that just try to control men? Like, I think you missed steps B, C, D, E, and F. How do, like, where do you get that shit from? Because a mother told her son that, hey, your behavior is a culture. It translates into women are trying to control men or put men on timeout because reasons. By that fucking token, children shouldn't learn how to be in fucking society at all. Because society has rules. And, like, wow. I don't get how it's a Olympic sized leap in logic, but like, how? Fucking how? How does that thing equate? Fuck, let's continue.
I mean, I get it. If children talk back, I understand parents don't want that to happen, so they put their children on timeout or what have you. But the most essential part of that whole scenario was this boy stood up and he wasn't being bossy. He was standing in his leadership role. He was exercising his masculinity.
Wait. Come up with an idea. Tell the kids to follow along. That's not what masculinity is. That's not what masculinity is. Telling people what to do. Leadership is not masculinity. I'm sorry. Like, and even if leadership was masculinity, most of the motherfuckers who claim to be masculine are not fucking leaders. Oh my God. Like, oh my God. How do you even equate that shit? Well, because, and then he actually said it, because if that was the case, he shouldn't have an issue with the child speaking back to his mother, because he's just being masculine. He's putting his foot down. He's dropping his nuts on the table like, bitch, listen to what I'm saying, because I'm a motherfucking man, even though I'm 10 years old, and I'm telling you the motherfucking truth. Like, damn it. That's the logical extension of the illogicality of what the fuck you're saying. Like, you need to be a leader except when it's your place to fall in line. Like, the fuck? But let's continue.
And his mother did not identify with that. So although the daughter fell, that just gave her a reason to sit him down anyway, because I don't think she liked him standing up as a leader, because she interpreted it as him being bossy.
Oh shit! Aha! We got a reason to tell a man to stay in his place. Like the fuck? And let's hear this motherfucker. Let's hear this motherfucker. What he's gonna say. Let's go.
Oh, this is a good story and a good example. Shout out to the brother. I saw he lifted up his hands up, so it looked like he was married. He said he had a son, which is probably why this situation as a father stood out to him so significantly. Here's the thing. I think that what the young son experienced, that's probably going to be the focus of his story, but I think the young daughter is going to experience something off of watching her mother do that to the young boy as well. But we'll get back to that in a second. I think that quelling the leadership of a young boy is one of the most dangerous things that you can do as a single mother. I really and truly think that it is. If he is exhibiting leadership potential and leadership tenacity, like, yeah, you know, not every parent is perfect in every situation.
So wait. And I'll let that play just a little bit longer. But how do you know she was a single mother? Like, how? How do you know she was a single mother? How do you know she was a single mother? The fucking like wow. This is some Mr. Fantastic levels of fucking stretching. You get this. You just assume because she said that he's being bossy. Hey, let's look at Hallen's razor. Not Hallen's razors. No. Occam's razor. I'm sorry, Occam's razor. Oh, that brought us to mind. The explanation that takes the least amount of assumptions is usually true. Maybe he was being bossy and the mother didn't like that he was telling the other kids what to do. Like, we're hearing him respond to a story that is quote unquote that he saw, and there's no evidence whatsoever that this fucking story happened. And there's no evidence whatsoever that the different assumptions are being made. Maybe he pushed his sister and she fucking failed and his mother didn't like that. That sounds like it doesn't take many. That doesn't sound like it takes many assumptions, and it sounds pretty fucking logical. But let's continue.
Situation and scenario. So maybe this was a component of the case, and I'm not saying that maybe she's a bad mother or what have you, but the mother diminishing what the son was doing through his leadership capabilities is one of the quickest ways that you can create a submissive young man who doesn't think that the value of his leadership, of how he leads people, is going to matter into the future. A man that doesn't feel confident necessarily taking life by the horns and creating their future. This is how it starts. Now, there could be some arguments in here of whether or not the young boy actually did knock down the girl and it was the boys.
Wait, what? Wait. Well, yeah. No, first you got to actually look at the string on the board that says that women are trying to decrease the male's masculinity and actually make sure that he's weak and shit like that. But oh yeah, he could have just pushed the woman, the girl. Motherfucker, what? What? Fuck. Let's continue.
Word versus the mothers. So, but that's neither here nor there. I think that.
Wait. Let's just hear that shit again.
Arts. Now, there could be some arguments in here of whether or not the young boy actually did knock down the girl and it was the boys' word versus the mothers. So, but that's neither here nor there.
So, oh shit. So, maybe he pushed the girl, and then it turns into the boy's word against his mother. Literally, the mother who's watching. Based on this motherfucking story. Like, dude, I'm watching you. But we know kids don't lie when they think they're in trouble. We all know that shit doesn't happen, right? Right? Fuck.
I think that the point of this, at least this portion of the story before I let him go on, is how many times does a force like that teach you subconsciously, unconsciously, or even consciously how to be submissive? Another thing is that you got to think about the dynamic between not even just the young boy and the mother, but then the young girl, because then the young girl is watching this occasion, whether or not she was pushed over or fell over, now has an idea in her mind of how to get a specific way. So if she was knocked over and didn't like that she was knocked over and then played some type of hurt status, and then the mother now sees that and sees the young girl on the ground, now within that young girl's mind, irrespective of the truth of what actually happened, she now has, oh, if I knock myself over and like cry or something like that, now I have control. I now have power. I can get other people to enact something onto this young boy that eventually.
So, God, fuck, the conspiracies abound. Well, you know, because of an incident I saw when I was 8, 9, 10, whatever. Because mom got on brother for actually chastising me about being pushed down. I can use that to my advantage. I can actually use that to control men. And I can use that, to get people to do what I want because reasons. Oh. Like, fuck. How does this work? But I guess these motherfuckers would actually know because they're playing the fucking victim too. Because the world is out for you men. Because being masculine is scary. The fuck? Let's continue.
And should be a young man. So I think being a parent, I'm not a parent, probably one of the most difficult balancing acts throughout your life, because not only are you taking components of your own personality and characteristics and understanding that well enough to impart this knowledge onto a young boy or a young girl, but it's also taking it from a macroeconomic, how the world in general is going to treat them in and around the controlled environment that you have them in. Although in the short term might seem like the right thing to do, but in the long term could be doing something such as creating mommy or daddy issues, as what I think the young man here is trying to describe.
Oh my God. So if you chastise your children for being overly aggressive with the play, then you're trying to demasculate them. But like, how does that work again? How? I don't understand that shit. Because that's like saying that children shouldn't grow up in society with rules. The fuck? But let's continue.
Let's let him go on. Let's let him finish the story.
I mean, I get it. If children talk back, I understand parents don't want that to happen, so they put their children on timeout or what have you. But the most essential part of that whole scenario was this boy stood up and he wasn't being bossy. He was standing in his leadership role. He was exercising his masculinity, and his mother did not identify with that.
So, okay, I know I'm gonna get some slack for this shit, but who says men have to lead? I'm sorry, like, why does a man have to lead? And before people get too crazy with it, who says women have to lead? Why is it that a specific gender expression has to lead? Why not just have any unjustified leadership abolished? Fuck that. If you can't justify your leadership, then you don't need to have it. 2, why does it have to be a specific gender, or to these people, sex, of who has to lead, who doesn't have to be lead? The shit doesn't make any sense to me, because it just seems like like, even if you believe that men have to lead, then, like, and I say it all the time, do you need weak people around you to actually lead? Why don't you learn how to improve your leadership style? If you think, like, oh my God, and the contention is that this woman is just trying to stifle her son. I don't see this argument of just like, well, maybe she should teach him a better leadership style so it doesn't seem like people are being forced. But then again, too, that they would actually equate that to femininity or being woman-like, because you're using emotions to manipulate people. Or worse yet, you're using logic and reason to manipulate people. Remember, we saw that shit with Coach Greg Adams the other day, where it is literally a thing. If you're not just overly exercising power to get people to listen to you, then you're not being masculine. You're being effeminate. But let's continue.
So although the daughter fell, that just gave her a reason to sit him down anyway, because I don't think she liked him standing up as a leader, because she interpreted it as him being bossy. So how does this relate to you, ladies?
Listen, and this is the thing too. If I got a little son, right, and I see him up on the playground, and everyone is just willy-nilly around the seesaw, or whatever they call it, the centrifugal force machine that has been broken many a back since its creation, and he says, listen, children, right, like on the top of Mount Sparta, right, and then I look and I turn around and I'm like, oh, what is my young boy gonna say right now? And he says, listen, we want to go faster. We want to go faster. This is how it's done. Heave. A goddamn tear would drop from my eye. And I sit there and look at him. Go ahead, son.
So you kind of get the idea that somebody like this that would praise that shit, I don't think he believes that he's leadership material anyway. Like, how is it that would make you feel good that your child, your son, your prodigy would actually be overly demanding of people? It doesn't seem as if it's promoting, I would say, the well-being, but these motherfuckers don't care about the well-being of others or a group. It just seems like you want to live vicariously through somebody else's exorcism of power. And it's the sycophant issue. Every petty tyrant is a sycophant that got its turn. And it's just like, how do you be a sycophant for the expression of fucking power for somebody else? Oh, God.
So what? There's going to be some casualties of war. You should have held on tighter. You should have held on tighter. All right? Let my commander-in-chief's son show you how it's done. All right? Let him show you how it's done. All right? If you're weak, you're weak. All right? Let's move on.
And you know what? Oh, God. Okay. I know I'm a big guy. But these guys who complain about masculinity, you haven't noticed that they the most fragile stick figure motherfuckers? Like, the guy who's telling the original story and then the guy who's responding to it, they don't look as if, like, they look that they would be okay with with, who was that? The band guy who actually wore a dress on the cover of the magazine. They look as if somebody actually offered them a dress and was forceful enough that they would actually do it, because they don't look the classical version of masculinity. This is not to talk bad about them, but it's just that a lot of these guys that have these delusions of grandeur about being the most masculine man, like, do you actually believe that Jesse Lee Peterson is a fucking alpha male? Like, for real, like, how, yeah, like, tiny ass man. But let's continue.
Well, you may be with a man who may seem indecisive, who may seem scary, not confident. And here's what you have to think. If he is a mama's boy, if you classify this man as a mama's boy, perhaps over years and years and years, he's been conditioned to become dependent. He's been conditioned to not exercise his masculinity.
Let's touch on that real quick, because I think that, and all jokes aside, like, you know, I think all jokes aside, again, it's really hard to be a parent and to have foresight within this, because maybe she did see that he was knocking people over or what have you. But I think that the inability to let that young boy exercise his right to leadership is how you create men that are not sure-footed in their steps, or confident within their steps, and are looking to the guidance of other people in and around them to understand, what should I do this or should I not? And if I do this, will I get punished?
Okay, I'm done. Because this shit is fucking insane, because this praising of bullheadedness and this praising of, like, do what the fuck I say type mentality is just, it's fucking tiring. Oh, God, it's fucking tiring. And I don't get how these guys feel, one, that men are inherently born to lead. That's not a thing. And two, that, well, you just being a hater. Like, mom, you're just being a hater. And that's the shit that I get from these motherfuckers. I don't fucking know. Anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody who's watched this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and yeah, that was over.